Good morning, Mr. Toms. What are we gonna do today? I'm off today. You're feeling better. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Do you just want to chill? Is that what you want to do? First thing I'm gonna do is hit the car wash, but gonna load up the program here. Got about almost half a tank of fuel burned through since I've used that BG cleaner, so we're gonna check some injector values. So I just want to go into live data here and hopefully find the injector values. Let's scroll down here. So that's actually looking pretty good. Injector 1 deviation's almost at 0. All those numbers are almost at 0. I haven't had any issues with surging since I've ran almost 2 tanks of Shell fuel through and then plus added that BG cleaner. So right now injector 1 is looking real good. You can see right now that's warmed up. The injector deviation is way up there now, unfortunately. Not surging yet, but it's up there. Numbcats. Is there some birds to kill? Is there some birds in the window you want to kill? Do you see them? Do you? Since the Jeep will be parked until the next adventure, might as well wash it. I got new liftgate cylinders for the glass, so I need to change that out. Got tired at the last camping trip. I don't know, when it's cold, the window or the cylinders kind of drop, and when you're out camping and you got everything in the back and you keep hitting your head against the window, it gets kind of annoying. So I'm hoping the new lift cylinders will fix that condition. We're gonna find out. So these are my new window lift springs right here. Picked them up off Amazon. Guess we're gonna find out if they're any good or not. All right, gonna start pulling that clip out as such. Do the same down here as such. All right, so you want to carefully snap this one off, but not break your glass. So you got to be careful when you put a screwdriver in there. You can probably, yeah, just bend that one, okay. And then these ones here, find the hole, line it up, snap it on. Same thing with the bottom one. Line it up with the little knob, push her on, you're good to go. Yeah, this is 100 times better. You can actually feel the pressure, especially when you release it. Oh yeah, good to go. Doms, what are we doing? And are we gonna have a cuddle? And are we gonna have a cuddle? Are we? What are you doing? Are you? I know you're so loved. You're so loved, Tomcats. I know. Are you comfortable? Are you getting comfortable? Are you? Is that where you're going to lay down? Is it? is it? And are you drooling? And are you drooling away? Is that what you're doing? I know you're so dumb. Here's one of Aubrey's spark plugs. Should have been changed at 100,000. He's got like 140,000 on there. Definitely looks a little beat up. This is the first style of spark plug I've seen like that. Usually they have the little tit on the end, but these ones here don't. You're no good at fishing.
Fuck no.
You're good at fishing in the hole. You're pulling it out of the hole game is weak. It's early Saturday morning, and I sold that big Honda generator. That was a good project a few years ago. Fixed it up. In about the 7 years I had it, according to the hour meter, I only ran it like 34 hours, taking up space. I originally bought it to have as backup in case of power. Now that I sold it and it's 2020 and all the other madness is going on, it's probably lose power, but at the same time, if shit does hit the fan, something like that would definitely draw attention to you as well. I still have that little Honda generator. It's a 2,000 watt. I will be probably starting to fix the oil burning issue very shortly, either valve seal or rings or both. But before I can tackle that project, I need to do service on the Jeep. Make sure that I got to change the oil before winter time, change the oil filter, clean it up inside, and then I'll be good to go. Now to do the maintenance on the Jeep, I just pulled the truck in front of the garage. It's crazy. It's almost the middle of October. Last year we already had a couple feet of snow, so I'm not going to complain at all. I just listed this Miller plasma cutter for sale. Listed it pretty cheap. I want to sell it. Looking at getting one of those cheap Amazon ones for like 300 bucks or so that'll cut 1/2 inch thick metal. Try it out. This will be my first oil change since building it. See how much of a pain this relocated oil filter is going to be. Just getting set up. I got the midi vac set up because the oil container does not have enough capacity to hold all the oil. I believe it holds over 7 quarts. But when I was sizing up the wrench, which is a 19 mil, I discovered something that could have not ended well for me. So on the drain plug, I noticed that it wasn't even tight, and I know I had it tightened, so it's leading me to believe that I might have to use some Loctite or something on it. That's quite a bit of metal filings. Quite a bit. I know this is a refreshed engine and parts are gonna wear, but I dropped the oil and it was cold. But I didn't like the way it looked when it first came out, when everything was settled to the bottom. It looked like a stream of metallic metal almost. I'm actually kind of scared to look in this pan. Maybe we'll be okay. Maybe we'll be okay. What works so good is Tomcat's litter box bottles for recycling oil. Put them in there and then drop them off at the fire hall, since the city dump by me is no longer open to the public. So what I'm using is a type of strap wrench. There we go. So now I'm just removing the 2 bolts that hold the oil filter housing in. I knew this wasn't going to be a very good design when I first came across it, but given the opportunity, will allow me to straighten the filter out and drop it out without making too much of a mess, hopefully. Jesus, how long is this thing? It seemed to go forever. There we go. Draining the filter into the bucket. I might actually cut it open. Got my new one, AMSOIL, 25,000 oil change interval. I'm not going to go that long, of course, but once a year, 10,000 kilometers. Since I'm running a remote oil filter, I'm going to fill this about half full with oil. Oil filters on hand, tight, half filled. Oil plugs back in. Gonna have to keep my eye on that. These are all the things you gotta watch out for when you do a build. Now it's time to put oil in it. Now I'm gonna add 4.5 liters. Start it. So it'll be 5 in there. I'm using the 100% synthetic XL motor oil by AMSOIL. Boosted engine protection. This is good up to 12,000 miles or 1 year, which is basically how often I change my oil in my vehicles, is every year. I've been running AMSOIL long before YouTube. I have no affiliation with them. I was sold on the idea when my younger brother first started using the product, and we were home at Christmas time in Saskatchewan, and it was like minus 35 outside, and he had a bottle of AMSOIL 5W30, and my dad had a bottle of just regular oil, and left it overnight, and AMSOIL still poured like really smooth. And ever since that, I've been sold on their products. I've never had an issue. But oil is one of those things that are highly debatable, that everybody has their own friggin' opinion, and mine is AMSOIL. Except for the Volkswagen, I use OEM oil. I could use AMSOIL, but it's the same price if I just get it from the damn dealership. This is the last liter right here. 5 in total. More than enough oil for startup. Alright, start this thing up, see how long it takes for oil pressure to get up. Didn't take long at all. Doesn't look like I'm pissing out anywhere. Big hose clamp isn't exactly the most glamorous thing I've used, but it does seem to work. Now I gotta get the main piece off. This little tool is kind of cool, actually. Perfect, slide that out. Like I said, I changed my air filter. Oh, that sucker's gonna be in there tight. Actually, it's not too bad. Not too bad. The center of the cone's pretty dusty, but all in all, it'll go get cleaned and dried. Sensor clean. I do got two, so one's always good to go. Been waiting for this to show up all day. Amazon just delivered my new Coleman lamp I'm going to use for camping. I'm totally redoing all my camping stuff. Start seeing what I bought in the next video when I downsize. Steve, the guy that's been out with us a couple times, he uses one of these lamps, and when you're out camping, they give off so much light. It's pretty awesome. So this is a dual mantle. It can run off of Coleman fuel or gasoline. I'm just going to run all mine off the Coleman fuel. But I'm going to be pretty stoked to set it up and learn how to use it. Oil change done. Filters changed out. Everything's looking good. Fan system's been working good since I changed the temperature. As soon as it starts getting colder, I'm hardly going to see the fan come on at all. I will have to watch my transmission temperatures come winter time. I might have to bypass the auxiliary cooler and just run off of the radiator. That's to be determined. Right, you know what time it is? It's motherfucking beer time. That's what time it is. I got a good old Pilsner here. Crack this bad boy open. Cheers, everybody. It's keeping this video short. Next video, I'm gonna start in something else, and then after that, I don't know what's gonna go on. I'm out of projects for the time being. There's still the coming. I could probably start getting that on a jack stand. Maybe start peaking on that, but really would like to get going on that axle, finish that off. But fortunately, right now it's pretty hard to get parts on what I need, especially bushings. I can get rod ends, but I want bushings on the opposite end. I can't seem to find bushings anywhere. There seems to be like a worldwide shortage. So there seems to be shortage on a lot of things you need, especially as far as aftermarket parts go. So I don't know, play it by ear, see what happens. Still hasn't had any rain yet, so still fire bans in the area. The ghost area north of Calgary is closed because of a big fire going on. So got a lot of new stuff for camping, which I'm going to start looking at. Haven't even opened it up yet, still in the boxes, but got to start looking at that stuff, and hopefully I'll be able to head out camping soon, because traveling to BC to go camping is a long friggin' drive. Anyways, cheers everybody. See you guys in the next video.